Hello, wizards. How are you doing today? Today, I want to share with you the importance of self-care in the spiritual awakening journey. See, taking care of yourself is absolutely paramount if you want to deepen your connection with your higher self. It's because when you don't take care of yourself, what happens is your energies get misaligned. Your energies become imbalanced, and in an imbalanced state of being, you cannot clearly tune in to the guidance of your higher self that is constantly coming to you. Think about a radio. Okay, think about a radio. You see, when you are tuning a radio, old school radio, if you remember, you used to have to, there would be a button that you would, rotate, and then it would catch the signal, and then only you would start receiving, what is being broadcasted. But if unless you're catching the signal, you'd receive noise, right? Unless your receptor of the radio is properly tuned in to the signal that is receiving and they are in alignment, no communication is established. That is how it works, right? So in order to receive the communication from your higher self, you require a certain alignment. You require a certain way of being, a certain state of being, a certain balanced state of being. Otherwise, what you'll receive is all the noise and no, direction and guidance. But is the guidance not there? The guidance is constantly coming to you. I always say your higher self is constantly communicating to you 24/7. The only thing is, are you in the right state of being to listen to it? So let me share with you how self-care can help you move towards create the right state of being. So the first level of self-care that I want to share with you is energetic self-care, the most fundamental self-care. So if you are already noticing that your awareness over your energetic state of being is much more clear, much more enhanced right now, as you are moving forward in the awakening journey, you can notice your energies much more clearly. You notice when they are all messy, you notice when they are aligned, when they're balanced, when they're not, when they're crazy. You know how your energies are more or less. See, that gives you a power that you can start using. That is, now you can use this clarity, the perception of your energetic state of being, to create alignment, right? Because that is the fundamental energetic self-care. How do you align your energies? Through centering practices. And again, I always mention centering practices because this is so important. And I want to remind you again and again, that is anything that helps you calm you down, anything that helps you become centered, come back to your inner sanctuary, is a centering practice. Anything, reading a book, talking to a friend, listening to music, whatever that makes you relax, that brings ease to you, that is a centering practice. When you do that, you bring alignment to your system. You start becoming aligned, tuned in, and now you are ready to receive the guidance of your higher self. You cannot receive the communication from your higher self when you are wacky inside. It can't happen. And you know that. Okay. So the fundamental centering practice is relaxation. The fundamental centering practice is coming back to yourself through relaxation. So anything that relaxes you, any activity, do more of that. It will help you create energetic stability, energetic balance. And that is the fundamental energetic self-care that we must bring in our life so that we can deepen our connection with our higher self. The second self-care is taking care of the body. You see, your health. Okay, so you'll notice that as you're moving forward in your spiritual awakening journey, there are certain things that if you do with the body, your body gets overwhelmed, and that overwhelm affects your energy. Essentially, it's all about energetic self-care. You see, the body is connected with your energy because body is also a gross form of the energetic construct that you are. It's all energy. Okay, so whenever you create something that is not in harmony with the body, let's say you ate something, or you drank something, or you overate something, or you did something, you indulged in an activity a little too much, or did something that overwhelmed your body. Now you will notice that your energies are also wacky again. They're again out of balance. That alignment is not there. That stillness within is not there. So anything that you do to your body that disrupts that stillness is something that is creating, misalignment, and it cannot be allowed, right? So try thinking or figuring out or seeing in your daily life what are those activities. Let me give you an example. For example, one of the thing is food that I have noticed, because we are becoming more and more sensitive. We are becoming more and more sensitive even body wise also. So I have noticed that certain food or certain amount of food, if I take, it will overwhelm my body, and it will affect my state of being. So I try to become more and more mindful about the amount I eat and how I eat it, when I eat it, so that I don't overwhelm my system, so that my system stays in a balanced place. The more you do centering practices, you know, it will become easier for you to live this balanced lifestyle. It's because when we are not aligned with it, what happens is we try to overdo certain things because there is a lot of chaos going on. You see? So overeating or overindulging in an activity or over anything, it happens because there is a certain part of us which is not aligned, and it is giving the mind a sort of a corrupted signal that if we do the thing, eat some amount more, or do a certain activity more, or talk with somebody a little more, maybe we will calm down. But sometimes it doesn't happen. It creates the opposite effect. So try becoming mindful of what those things are. One thing I've noticed for me is food. Okay, not that I overeat or something, but sometimes I do. And that is why I try to mention that. The third level of self-care that I want to share with you is, how do I how do I say this? It's more like social life or lifestyle balance. You see, when we are going through the spiritual awakening journey, our social life gets affected. If you have not noticed already, that is, many of you are going through the hermit phase maybe at the moment, or the dark night of the soul phase, right? So you have noticed that now you cannot go outside more because you're so energetically, you know tuned in and sensitive. When you go outside, it really overwhelms you, and you cannot meet with certain people, you cannot talk with certain people who are really low vibrational, who are not in the same stage of consciousness as you are. So when you talk and interact with them, your vibration drops, right? Very recently I actually made a video on the hermit phase that might help you if you're going through this particular phase in the spiritual awakening journey. I'll probably link it up in the card section here. You can find it there. So if you are going through the hermit phase and experiencing this energetic sensitivity, this is part of the journey. Don't get scared about it. This is part of the syllabus, and it's happening to a lot of us. But you also notice that what it's teaching this is that we need to take care of who, or become more clear about who we interact, who we don't interact with, what boundaries we need to create. Boundaries are an important part of the spiritual awakening journey, because it's so important that we do not allow ourselves to interact with people who are not in the similar stage of consciousness. Not that you don't interact, but not too much, because it disrupts our energies, right? So that is when we find ourselves interacting with people who are not in the same stage. We find ourselves energetically exhausted, you see, because we are in the newborn stage of consciousness, the fourth density we are just entering. So the vibrational alignment is still not there. We are still bouncing back and forth. And so when we meet with people who are not in the same stage, who are still in their third density stages, and what, it still activates our lower vibrational centers, and it brings us down. And you notice that once you come back home and stuff, you feel, oh, I'm energetically exhausted. That is why it happens. That is why it happens. So taking care of your social life, creating boundaries, becoming more clear whom to meet, whom not to meet, finding a lot of solitary time is very, very important. Spending time in nature is very, very important. It will help you balance your energies. You see? So these are the three levels of self-care. Essentially, all these three is actually one unitary level of self-care, that is energetic self-care. You see, energy is at the fundamental of everything. And if you keep becoming more and more aware of your energies, it will become much more easier to bring all these level of self-care in your life. And when you bring this level of self-care in your life, it will become much more easier to maintain that alignment and connection with your higher self. You'll be able to receive the guidance of your higher self 24/7. It will be like a constant radio signal that will be pouring out through your radio, which is you, right? So if you want to know about how your radio function, how your own divine guidance system functions, because you have a divine guidance system which is right within you, through which your higher self is speaking and communicating to you 24/7. If you want to know about this, then I am hosting a free 90 minutes Zoom masterclass training session where I'm going to be sharing with you all about this. This masterclass is going to happen on this Saturday. Find out the exact date and time of the masterclass. You'll find it, the sign up page of my masterclass, in the description of my video. Visit the sign up page, find out the exact date and time for this week's masterclass and sign up, because in the masterclass, I'm going to share with you what is the wizard stage of consciousness, what is this fourth density stage of consciousness, where all the magical possibilities of life open up to us, how to connect with your divine guidance system that is right within you, and how to manifest your best life using the laws of the wizard. If you want to know about this, join my masterclass. It will be amazing. You'll get to ask me questions. I'll get to answer your question. It'll be awesome. Okay. So join for the masterclass. And if you want to know how you can deepen your connection with your higher self, there's something that I call centering practices, which can help you develop your connection with your higher self. Recently, I made a video on this exact topic. So watch this video. It will probably appear on your screen here, and watch the video, and I'll see you again soon. Have fun.